So as I was being called to be a minister, to be ordained, God had given me a very clear visual picture, which I drew.
Yeah.
And it was of a path, and there was all this grass that went over, long, beautiful grass that swayed over the paved path, and I couldn't actually see where the path was going, but because the grass was obstructing the view. Do you know what I mean when I say that?
Yeah, yeah.
And so I had this vision I couldn't see, and I just had to trust that the path was there, and every step I took, God was only going to reveal a bit of pavement in God's own time, and I needed to trust. And eventually the grass would shift and I would see this path. Anyway, I drew this image and I had it firmly fixed in my mind. It was in the final year of my time at UTC before getting ready to be finishing my program and time at seminary. And I got ready to wrap up the program, and I had an interview at MLC school at Burwood to be a school chaplain. And I was in Burwood Park and I'm praying to God an hour before. I just got into the space and I prayed. I said, Lord, just make it abundantly clear to me if this is what you want for me, is this where you want me to be? Please make it clear, because I didn't think this is where God wanted me to go. Please make it clear. I turned around at the right time, ready to start walking towards the school for my interview in time, and looked down at the ground. It was the path in the vision that God had given me a year earlier that I'd drawn. There was no obstruction. I followed the path with my eye all the way up to the end in Burwood Park. And you know what was at the end of Burwood Park that I could see? The MLC school sign. I burst into tears, shuffled my way along to the end of the path, and I knew in that moment, I hadn't even gone for the interview yet, I knew that God had led me to the point at which I needed to be. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't the path I wanted, it was the path that God wanted for me. And I was ordained into that role. That was following God's path.